There's been a lot of, I guess, managing of expectations because there are so many divergent interests and so many areas where it seems impossible to be able to find consensus. What are the sort of guidelines that we're getting before this meeting?
Yeah, well, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan was out today talking about this meeting that President Biden and Chinese President Xi are going to have on the sidelines of the APEC summit in San Francisco this week. And he talked specifically about efforts to restore some military-to-military communication to deconflict the military exercises that both nations do, especially in the South China Sea, where the U.S. does freedom of navigation exercises to make sure China knows that the U.S. considers that to be international waters. And of course, China will push back occasionally and do exercises there to assert its claim to those waters. And so, but the very fact that Sullivan is out talking about that issue suggests that there might be some progress to be made on there. In head of summits, they don't really like to talk about things that they can't deliver. And so this may be one area where the U.S. and China can make some progress in this. And if so, then we may be on kind of the thaw of the freeze-thaw cycle that we have with U.S.-China relations from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, we're hearing that they'll agree to ban the use of AI in autonomous weapons, for example, Gregory. But I mean, don't they really want to talk about Taiwan, about Ukraine, and about the Middle East?
Yeah, obviously, when you talk about China, its influence extends to all parts of the world. And right now, obviously, the hot spot in the world is the Middle East. And so Biden will likely talk to Xi about its purchases of Iranian oil, which have reached a new high recently, as Iran has been dumping a lot of cheap, high-quality oil onto the market, and China has been figuring out ways to evade U.S. sanctions to get that oil into Chinese ports. And of course, that's particularly troubling for the Biden administration because there is concern that Iran will use the proceeds of those oil sales to fund Hamas, fund Hezbollah, fund terrorist groups in the Palestinian territories and the Middle East in the midst of this Israeli-Hamas war.